fiery horse with the speed of light, a clot of dust, and a hearty hi-yo silver, the Lone Ranger. With his faithful Indian companion Tonto, the daring and resourceful masked rider of the plains led the fight for law and order in the early western United States. Nowhere in the pages of history can one find a greater champion of justice. Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear. From out of the past come the thundering hoofbeats of the great horse Silver. The Lone Ranger rides again.
Shortly after graduating from high school in 1938, Fred Foy started his career in broadcasting with a part-time position at WMBC, a 250-watt independent station in Detroit. He moved to WXYZ in 1942. In 1948, Foy was chosen as the announcer-narrator of The Lone Ranger. He understudied the role of the Lone Ranger and stepped into the part for one broadcast when Brace Bremer had laryngitis. His role as announcer-narrator of this legendary program made the voice of Fred Foy a radio trademark. In 1955, he reprised his famous Return With Us Now opening narration for the Lone Ranger television series. Foy's distinctive voice was also heard on the Green Hornet and Sergeant Preston of the Yukon radio series. His delivery of Return With Us Now to those thrilling days of yesteryear thrilled his audience for years and helped the program achieve even greater popularity and status as an outstanding example of radio's golden age. Most historians would agree that Foy's introduction of the Lone Ranger is perhaps the most recognized opening in American radio. In 1960, Foy joined the announcing staff of the ABC network in New York. For the ABC television network, he spent 5 years as announcer and on-camera commercial spokesman for the critically acclaimed Dick Cavett Show. He was also the announcer for the Generation Gap and other network quiz shows. For the ABC radio network, he narrated the award-winning news documentary, Voices in the Headlines, as well as serving as host and narrator for the ABC's dramatic series, Theater 5. He narrated network documentary specials and tribute to Sir Winston Churchill, JFK, and Herbert Hoover, to name a few. As spokesman for national advertisers, Foy has represented the Colgate Company, General Motors, and Sinclair Gasoline. Among his many credits are television and radio campaigns for major motion picture companies. After more than 20 years with the ABC network, Foy left the staff in the mid-1980s and is now semi-retired. He is still active in the broadcast world. For the Old Time Radio researchers, I am Clyde J. Kell, your announcer. We hope that you enjoyed this special archival series.
Theater 5 has presented Odyssey of Number 14, written by Bruce Bassett and directed by Harry Nelson. In the cast, John Thomas, Lenka Peterson, Lon Clark, Cliff Carpenter, and Jay Barney. Audio engineer Neil Pultz. Sound technician Ed Blaney. Script editor Jack C. Wilson. Original music by Alexander Vlastotsenko. Orchestra under the direction of Glenn Ossie. Executive producer for Theater 5, Edward A. Byron. We invite your comments. Write to Theater 5, New York 23, New York. This is Fred Foy speaking.